Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa fanfic New World Order. Where we last left off, we met some of the ultimates, and all of them really weirded me out, and I don't understand, like, most of what they're saying. And where we left off, we ended up talking to this girl. Now, the problem is, I tried recording, and the issue was that my video actually did cut out. So I have already been introduced to her, and I do already know who she is, unfortunately. So I'm just going to skip through this dialogue and only make commentary, but it's a bit funny, her introduction. She looks well dressed. Hi there, I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. I am
Groot.
Ultimate, eh? Look, trolling's only effective when it's never been done before. The one you call the ultimate troll wasn't lying. He was Groot. I am Groot. We are Groot. Not to mention, isn't Groot a male name?
Hey!
Did you just assume my gender? Yes. Wait, no, I mean... Sniggering while keeping a perfectly straight face. Yep, they're definitely acquainted. I'm actually gonna save. I know I just saved, but... By the way, sorry if you hear any background noise. It's freaking hot over here, and I have my window open, and for some reason, despite the fact that people really shouldn't be out and about much, there is traffic everywhere, so... Shh! I'm trying to record! A freaking fire truck just went by. Yep, they're definitely acquainted. Okay, what's your real name? My real name? That would be iCup. Try spelling it out loud, preferably to an old lady. No thanks. Fine.
The time has come to reveal my true form. To a select few, I am known as Virginia, the humble ultimate secretary.
I thought she was ultimate accountant, but...
But to even more people, I am known as... Oh, but now is not the time for that.
Virginia, ultimate secretary. I thought she was the ultimate accountant, and I guess it was close enough, but I haven't guessed a single one of these guys, except for, Blaze, but he made it kind of obvious. Well, Virginia is certainly more normal than Groot. A secretary, huh? If I recall correctly, the ultimate troll's great family was in charge of planning and organization. What is your relationship to this Groot person, anyway? I'm his lover. No, you're not. That obvious? The slight smirk gave it away. Ah, so your eyes aren't like that because of blindness. I do not have empty eyes! Yes, I am not his lover. I guess the actual term would be cousin. Yes, I am Groot's cousin. No smirk this time. Then what's this? This is clearly a smirk. But why does it sound like you just decided that on the spot?
Interesting.
Perfect. We've got a sharp one here. Sigmund? Surely you have something to say here.
Flawed logic.
No, I think I've already said plenty. But you haven't said anything. He meant from before. Right, Sigmund? One day we're going to have to learn to work together for the good of the world. That's all that should matter. How understanding of you. Now as for you, Blaze, which appointment did you book? Was it the 3 o'clock one? Okay, I'll humor her for a bit. So I said 4 o'clock before, but I'm actually going to go 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, because she said something about umbrellas when I clicked 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You're about 12 hours too late. Huh? You see, when you said you wanted to book an appointment for 3 o'clock, I thought you meant AM, not PM. What a silly mistake.
It wasn't me.
If only you were more clear with your instructions so a lowly secretary like me could understand. If you'd like, I can book you in for a 3 PM appointment for next time. We should have a vacancy,
Visiting hours have
sometime
ended.
next year. Why did I do this to myself?
I see.
Well, it's clear to see that trolling runs in your family. I'm glad to hear it. No, really, I'm very glad.
The office is now
On behalf of the family, I wish you a very good day. Can you believe it, Sigmund? The world's planning and organization handled by a family of trolls. Sigmund? My faith in the scouting regiment is absolute. That bad, huh? Okay, I can't quite tell who out of Virginia or Zeke, the e-gamer from last episode, is going to be the Kokichi of this game. I'm assuming it's going to be Zeke, considering the way he seems so like, oh, you're boring. It's like, get wrecked, you old scrub. It's like, sounds sort of like what Kokichi would say, but that's just me. That bad, huh? Okay, deep breaths. You can do this. Camera's rolling. And start! Huh? A girl stood in front of us, a welcoming expression on her face. Oh, it's you. You there. No, not you. Him. What's your opinion on the new trade deal? I have a few minds about this. Ultimate reporter. Judging by how she's, like, asking me questions and like, sort of said camera's rolling start. Ultimate reporter, ultimate newsreader, something to do with the news. Is it really the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals? An interview? Which one exactly? The one proposed by the esteemed Baron von Orange, of course. Well, it's not really a big deal where I come from, so... Not a big deal, you say? Thank you for your input. That's not what I meant. She turned abruptly. This just in. We have breaking news. Our reporter gets accosted in the streets and narrowly escapes with her life. Tune in at 6:30 for all the juicy details. Also coming up, what washed-up teachers have to say about the new trade deal. You won't believe what happens next. Cut! Whew! The voice. How did she... Hey, I am not washed up! Then I'm not a reporter. The rival news stations will rejoice to hear. Washed up or not, you're still the ultimate teacher. Does that say something about the quality of teaching nowadays, or does it speak to the depths of your talents? I, for one, am interesting to know.
This just in.
No need to look at me like that. It's my job to listen and observe, Blaze. But, apologies for that. Your answer wasn't really interesting, so I had to improvise.
This will be the best, believe me.
Thank you for your understanding. The audience will love it. I'm not gonna try doing that sassy. That's the voice I gave Makuro in the original game when she was as Junkus. I'm gonna try and like soften it. It's like, thank you for your understanding. The audience will love it. Yeah, that works.
How rude of me not to introduce myself.
Yeah, that works better.
To the viewers, I am known as Elisa Cassidy, the ultimate journalist.
Oh, damn it, I was close enough.
This bulletin is being reported to you live from PIKIS, the home of quality journalism you can trust.
Elisa, ultimate journalist. She's the first one who actually told me her surname. I see you haven't shed your surname. Or your attitude. Oh, no, it's just the one I use for reporting. My real surname was nothing quite so grand. What did she say it was? Elisa Cassidy, right. Elisa is my real given name though, so feel free to call me that. Or anything really. All good journalists can dish it and take it. Comes with the turf.
Just like a crazy...
Under ordinary circumstances, this would be quite admirable. Whatever do you mean?
Thinking...
Oh, don't mind me. Come now, even if what I reported wasn't 100% accurate, a little bit of slander never hurt anyone. I would respectfully disagree. Sorry, I'm lost in this conversation. It's be quite admirable, don't mind me. Okay. I can see the doubt oozing out of your eyes. What if I were to tell you that I've never once failed to uncover the truth in some way, shape, or form? But is it still the truth if you embellish it?
And cut.
Careful, Sigmund. It seems you have a challenger for your title. And I invite more people to do so.
How enlightening.
Let it not be said that I would turn down a healthy intellectual discussion. No thank you. No thank you. Do you know what makes the difference between a good and excellent journalist? It's not the ability to uncover the truth, but rather the ability to get people talking about it. Anyone can just say the truth, but not everyone is equipped to report on it. And I suppose therein lies the secret to your success. I sense you are all worried.
Have your people talk
But
to
fret
my
not,
people.
no harm comes from my reporting to anyone who doesn't already deserve it. It could have been worse. I'm sure pervert doesn't sound quite as good as washed up. Well, I'm certainly no pervert either. Oh please, what teenager isn't a pervert? I don't have the energy to argue that point. Besides, do you really think I'd be the ultimate journalist if I kept called out for reporting false stories? Like I said, I value the truth above all else, coupled with my ability to present it.
We're airing this uncut.
Everyone else is merely secondary. All this talk about reporting the facts. Are you the candidate for history?
Excuse me?
Wait. Oh no, that was the wrong person. Sorry. Like I said, I value the truth above all else, coupled with my ability to present it. Everything else is merely secondary. All this talk about reporting the facts. Are you the candidate for history? Please don't compare me to that guy. Full lethality this, objection that. He's the sort of interview subject that needs subtitles even if he's speaking in English. So you've already met. Oh, you'll meet him soon too if you haven't already. Very loud, loves to point fingers. Reminds me of my ex. Okay. From what I know, the ultimate chameleon was an acquaintance of hers.
My logic is infallible.
Oh, that was a new voice line. My logic is infallible! Following from the current trends, I think it's safe to say that she's now positioned to succeed him, not the historian. Oh, wasn't that the guy who died during a game of cards? That's the one. I wish I was there to report it in person. I'm sure he would have liked it.
This just in.
Only because it was a terrific informant. His talent made him completely indispensable. Blaze, I believe it would be prudent to change the topic. Agreed. Time to track down the loudmouth. About your talent, I'm curious to know. About your talent, you're wondering how journalism is compatible with a specialization in military equipment? Oh, don't look at me like that. Any good journalist should be able to read the person they're talking to. To answer your question, I often have to go into conflict zones to report stories. It's usually just the two of us, my cameraman and I. Therefore, we decided to train ourselves in the use of all types of military equipment as well as general self-defense. Turns out I have quite the knack for the stuff. Somehow, I'm struggling to imagine this. I'll have you know that I look damn fine in Kevlar with a minor shield strapped to my back.
This will be the best.
My specializations helped on countless occasions, even gotten me a lot of stories that otherwise wouldn't have been possible. With journalism being the cutthroat industry that it is. That might have been the extra edge I needed to become the ultimate journalist. But it's something I'll never know for sure. That's quite the tale. Well, anyway, hopefully that answers all your questions.
Tune in at 6:30 for more.
This is Elisa Cassidy, reporting to you live from PKIS. We parted ways. I'm struggling to pronounce that. PKIS. Alright, time to go find that person. Such enthusiasm. Hey, Sigmund, what do you think of the surname rule? Oh, so there's a rule they're not allowed to share their surnames. I presume you're bringing this up because of our conversation with Elisa. Yes, I am. It's not exactly a small sacrifice, is it?
Something's not right about this.
I mean, our surnames are part of who we are. But the reasoning for it is sound. By becoming world leaders, we can no longer tie ourselves down to just one single family.
My logic is infallible.
Instead, we are rising to the station of a great family head. A family driven not by biological relationship, but by a desire to shake the world. You're right, of course. I mean, it's not like we're prohibited from interacting with our families. So I keep telling myself that my surname no longer matters, like it was nothing significant. Even still, if it's a familial bond you wish to maintain in name, I do believe our given names already say plenty about us. Sigmund's an interesting name. Were you named after Freud, the famous psychologist? I'd like to think so. Honestly, I don't know what possessed my parents to name me thus.
This is but a social
Names are but a social construct. Some may identify with it, but at the end of the day, it is simply another convenient string of letters. None of what he's saying is technically wrong, but I don't think I could look at the world in such an overrational lens. Anyway, I believe I know the individual to whom Elisa was referring. Time to see if the hypothesis rings true. Remember, this is just out of curiosity, not masochism.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh, please, there is no need to maintain that facade with me.
Don't mind me.
Who says it was a facade? Aha! Volunteers! Oh, here we go. I know him. I've seen him on the front cover. I'm guessing ultimate lawyer, ultimate attorney. Ultimate lawyer, I think, is what I'm going for, because he looks like Miles Edgeworth. Loud? Check. Volunteers? What for? I was wondering. Do you wanna... Yes? Build a snowman? I'm guessing snowman.
That is the opinion of the law.
That is the epitome of the law. Alright, he sounds like Byakuya, so I'm gonna go with that. Contract? Contract? It's official. Half the people here are clinically insane. It's okay. It doesn't have to be a contract. Any legal relationship will do. Why, if you leave your door unlocked, I would be delighted to rob you, slip on the stairs while making my escape, and sue you for my injuries. You too, Sigmund.
Consent to these terms?
Don't think I've forgotten about you. Well, it seems my hypothesis was correct.
How objectionable.
How objectionable? Yeah, he is definitely the ultimate lawyer. Okay. What if I were to guarantee that I would win? No win or your money back. My 100% win rate surely helps my claim look a little more convincing, yes?
Have order.
That and my platinum trophy. But we're the ones getting sued. How is he guaranteed to win supposed to reassure us? Why must they always plead the fifth?
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me.
You're here to laugh at Pierce, the magnificent bumbling lawyer?
I knew it! Finally, I got one right. You're here to laugh at Pierce, the magnificent bumbling lawyer?
Well, are you?
I'll just calmly accept that as his introduction. Pierce, ultimate lawyer. No matter.
Initiating Mein Kampf test.
Your true intentions will be made clear once I run the main camp test on you. All will be laid bare. Bare. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Sigmund, why didn't you know... Blaze, it is not my place to make valued judgments about a person I barely even know. I'm surprised he was able to say that with a straight face.
Hold it right there.
Oh, damn it. I'm right here, you know. Anyway, I take it you're the candidate chosen to succeed the ultimate historian. Aha! Wait, wrong person. Anyway, I take it that you're the candidate chosen to succeed the ultimate historian. Aha! Eager to change the topic, are you? Very well, I'll humor you, but only because it was a great guess. Yes, you thought the history successor would be someone who directly studies history, but instead it is I, the ultimate lawyer. I thought no such thing. Oh, you didn't? My bad. Why do I didn't do that on purpose. Besides, the connection isn't too hard to make.
Only makes sense.
Lawyers rely heavily on precedent and existing regulations to make their case, both of which are forms of history. Someone who understands me? This can't be! Why, it's as if you're a fully functional human being! I am, though?
Objection!
Says every robot ever! Don't think this will make me drop my guard around you! Still, I will treasure this moment along with the time I went fully lethality as a mere rookie. Just don't mention it in front of a certain someone with shades. She looked like she wanted to kick me when I spoke those words. Full lethality? Tick. And a person with shades? Why am I hesitating? Yes, full lethality. It's a term exclusive to my agency. A very successful agency. I feel sorry for the people he sued. Full lethality is a style of advocacy where the lawyer throws caution to the wind. In short, the lawyer seeks to present an immaculate case that perfectly represents our client's claims. Isn't that all cases done by a competent lawyer, though? Ah, but there is one subtle difference. Full lethality is an exclusive attack-based method. As the lawyer has invested so heavily in creating a strong argument, there is simply no other resources left to dedicate to defense. Even the smallest hole could kill your entire case. Hole. Pierce? I think you and I are going to get along just nicely. If you say so.
That is the opinion
Yes,
of the law.
in the courtroom, words can easily be as strong as any bullet or blade. I wonder how a courtroom would compare to a classroom. I'm sure each has its ups and downs. God damn it. So, do either of you have any questions you'd like to ask me at this stage? Sigmund? All yours. Okay, Blaze, you gotta see something right about now. Something right about now? The main camp test. I'll ask about, I'm curious. So about the main camp test. An interesting test, that is. The name combines my brother's love for history with my love for electric sheep. Or at least that's what he told me. He was real fond of dictators. I guess being named after a male member would do that to you. Oh, right, his name. And you're called Pierce. Did your cries pierce through the hospital when you were born?
How illogical.
Was that your idea of a joke? That's like a Nagito, right? I'm like wondering, how did you...
Not like this.
No, I assure you, my parents must have been more creative than this. Say, would you care to elaborate on that so-called test of yours? Gladly. Earlier iterations have involved zapping the subject with an electric shock. The problem with that was the shock was so strong it could easily kill the average Joe. That's terrible! Yes, poor Joe. He was as innocent as he was average. Wait, is he talking about a real person? Anyway, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'll see you later. I can't remember the last time a lie physically hurt me like that. I hope you didn't notice how quickly I was speaking.
Objection!
Objection! Yikes! Soon. The next time you see me will be very soon. Yes, of course that's what I meant. Ugh. I don't know, I like this guy. I'm gonna save quickly. Wait. Save. Has that done it? Yes, okay. I've realized I can just left click and I can go back. Let's just keep looking around. You'll hear no complaints from me. Ooh. Distance between the points approximately 3.3 meters. Give or take a tenth of a meter. Ultimate... I don't know. Ultimate Commander? Distance between the points, approximately 3.37 meters, given a take or tenth of a meter. Estimated time of travel, assuming a running start. Please be please be normal, please be normal. Hello? A person stood in front of us, earphones plugged in and mumbling under his breath. I want no ideas about that one. However, travel in that route in a perfect line, recalculating. I notice you're still in possession of your phone. Have you tried calling for help? I wanted to ask this earlier, but you disappeared before I had the chance. I wonder if he heard you. The music's playing so loudly that even I can hear it.
What a waste of time.
What a waste of time. Oh, I wasn't that far off. Already tried. The signal's dead.
How disappointing.
What a Herculean shame. Not really. I still have my music. That's all I need for my calculations. A person of simple delights, I see.
Just leave me alone.
Just leave me alone. Okay, I didn't come here to take value judgment from unqualified personnel. None of us came here. None of us came here of our own volition. Assuming you were also abducted. I was. So that means we're going to have to work together. Share information, discuss things as a group.
That only makes sense.
This manner of contribution should be encouraged if we want to survive. My.
Pleasant surprise.
Was that the teacher side of you starting to pull through? He's still not opening up. I know. Are those some anime soundtracks I hear? They might be.
So what?
So what if they are? Just making an observation. I'm not trying to be judgmental. So far so good. Good to hear. How does he hear?
Calculating the most efficient outcome.
Do you have anything important to say, or can I go back to enjoying the piece? The piece? At that volume? I don't think this would qualify as important, but I was wondering if we could introduce ourselves? Sounds inefficient. I'm out. Excuse me? Introducing each other. It's a waste of energy. For all we know, the kidnappers could have brought us to this place in order to slowly starve us to death. We're both going to need all the energy we can get in that case. Fair point, but his approach still seems rather unhelpful. Besides, at a time like this, how can I be sure you are really who you say you are? You're a complete stranger. You could even be one of the kidnappers. Same goes for you, Sigmund. I see, you've been listening. Why wouldn't I be? Well, trust is too loosely given nowadays. What the hell is that? Just look what happened to the ultimate nomad. His problem was he was too trusting of others. Ultimate... Wait, is he like the ultimate sailor? That's a telescope and he's got a wheel on his, tattooed on his arm. Is he the ultimate explorer, maybe? Explorer or, pirate, or not pirate, shipman. What are they called? Captain, ultimate captain. Ultimate captain or ultimate explorer. Not a care in the world, and the results spoke for themselves. But he lived.
What do you want?
Is this your idea of a joke, or did I mishear? No, why would I joke about something like that? He survived the killing game. It can't be! Every quantifiable element was pointing to his imminent death! I presume you didn't watch as it was being aired. No, I did not. I just knew him. There are some whose dispositions leave them exceptionally vulnerable in life or death situations. He was one such person. Understandable. You thought he was doomed to die and that's why you didn't watch? Tell me this. If you had the choice to watch your best friend get brutally murdered and be powerless to stop it, would you just take it? He raises a good point. I could have done the same, but I don't regret watching. I saw that he wasn't helpless. His death had a purpose, which every viewer could see. I'm honestly quite surprised. If you didn't know that the Nomad is alive, wouldn't that mean he hasn't been in contact with you since he left? It's complicated. It's complicated. He was always on the move, and we would regularly drop out of contact while growing up. But our friendship is true. I'm sure he will reach out to me eventually when the time is right. Moreover, the World Empire has been busy overseeing the handover of power from the old ruling families. I cannot imagine he would have had much free time.
Calculating the most efficient outcome.
You said you wanted an introduction, yes? Will that get you off my back? Sure! Upon hearing my response, he immediately stuck out a hand for me to shake.
Magnus is the name. Efficiency is the game. I'm known as the Ultimate Navigator.
Oh, Navigator! Magnus, Ultimate Navigator. And I'm Blaze, also known as the Ultimate Teacher. So you're a navigator, like the sort of person directing a ship or plane? Among other things, yes. I'm known far and wide for my ability to calculate the most efficient route to take between two given points while accounting for all known obstacles. By all measurements, I'm a great guide. However, he lowered his voice.
Data insufficient.
I can't give your life a sense of direction, so I would appreciate it if you didn't bother me with your insecurities. That's sounding very rehearsed. Well, I'll try not to. Good. Is there anything else, or will that be all? That will be all. I won't ask him for escape. That will be all. Without waiting to listen to my whole reply, he took off at an incredible speed. He turned around, his legs still continuing to carry him away.
Okay.
Just remember, there is nothing more reliable than yourself. And if you ever want to know the most efficient route for traveling somewhere, you let me know, will you? Otherwise, I'd love it if you didn't waste my time. Right. I don't know how many more are there left, but we're gonna keep going. He's a tough nut to crack, alright. Tough, but sincere. Just don't go saying it to his face.
What's going
Is something
on?
the matter, Sigmund? To think that one of us would refuse to partake in the spectacle of viewership. It is as he said. Not everyone could have watched that killing game with a sense of detachment. To see the leaders of the World Empire reduced in such a way. And yet, I am left wanting. Why did I watch with such keen fascination? Perhaps I had long disassociated the man that was from the man that once had been. The man that was? The ultimate psychiatrist, the man that I knew. He died long before the killing game ever began. Even if the version of him in that killing game evoked a sense of familiarity, it was but a ghostly apparition. Perhaps the ultimate puzzler was the only person whose actions could be lauded for staying out of that sordid affair. Oh, hi! Ultimate singer? What an idiot. Excuse me? A shovel is a shovel, a spade is a spade. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of giving her a Irish/Scottish accent. A shovel is a shovel, a spade is a
How
spade.
meaningless.
Okay, her voice is normal, but if I don't give her an accent or something, then, like, she's gonna, like, sound the same as everyone else. And an idiot is an idiot. Is that your motto? What is it to you? I guess it doesn't matter. What's up with this girl? I see you're the same as ever. Typical. Being an idiot is bad enough, but trying to hide it is unforgivable. Are you talking to me? Are you an idiot? I'd like to think not. And then there's the person whose behinds are used for only for roaming at the top of a fence. Fence sitters. I hate fence sitters. Why not just say that to begin with? I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you were acquainted with the ultimate shooter. You're just begging to get shot, aren't you? Am I right? Seriously? Is this even possible for a single person to radiate so much negative energy?
Joke.
You have no business talking about him. For people like you, I feel nothing but contempt. Is there anything she doesn't
How
hate?
meaningless.
I take it you'd like me to introduce myself. Word around the school is that there's a kid in a sweater who's trying to get to know everyone and won't take no for an answer. It's sort of blending into one, along with Crazy Socrates. Crazy Socrates? So I went from being old to just a kid. Well, let me guess, you hate kids too? Actually, no, I love kids. Well, color me surprised. But knowing what they'll become, it's just too much. So she doesn't hate me, she's just calling me a kid after all.
Idiot.
Okay, no, the accent is not working, I'm sorry. But I hate people who make idiotic assumptions, so now I don't know what to think about you. I'm just gonna do my normal voice, but like with more gusto.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Let's just get this out of the way. Oh god, I'm really having a hard time with this voice. Let's just get this out of the way.
I'm Mona, but if you're like everyone else, I'll be the ultimate weapons master too.
What the hell? Weapons master?
Well, not very impressive, is it?
Mona, ultimate weapons master. I think I've heard of you. You're well known in psychology circles.
How enlightening.
Even today, I continue to marvel at the complexities of the human mind. Say again? You might as well hear it from me before that idiot starts embellishing it. I have 2 separate personalities. One for the day and one for the night. And the 2 personalities just so happen to complement each other to near perfection.
Possibilities.
Effective, granting her the combined talents of 2 people.
So what?
I thought I warned you not to embellish it. I received no such explicit warning, I'm afraid. Besides, as candidates, it is essential that we reach a mutual understanding. He's really playing with fire. The me you see now is an expert with weaponry. I can master practically any weapon just by looking at it.
Contribution.
That's very impressive. Don't tell me she also hates receiving praise.
Meaningless.
But that's just the current me. The one that comes out at night to babbles in inventing. Her tolerance for idiocy is also higher. Much higher. Whatever reason she may have for that escapes me. And what of your relationship to the ultimate shooter? The ultimate shooter? Hold on! You mean you're not going to keep badgering me about my condition? No. Why would I do that? Right then.
This was an exception.
The ultimate shooter, he was no idiot. We had something of a rivalry going on. By day we were on the range competing marksmen to marks women, and by night I'd be supplying him with new equipment so he could remain the worthy rival that he was. I was never able to beat him in a straight rifle shooting competition, and he never wronged me, not even once. Such a person is one in a billion. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss.
What a pointless lie.
Someone like you couldn't possibly understand. I suggest you don't even bother trying. Actually, I know how it feels to lose someone you care about. I think it's something the 3 of us all share. I think I'll leave you to it. Sigmund? Let's go. Sorry to take up your time. Feeling the weight of impending doom on your shoulders, you decide to power walk yourselves to safety. Mona seems a bit reserved. Such a fascinating psychology anomaly.
What would Freud
To think
say?
that her condition would actually serve to accentuate her talents. Yeah, seriously. Clack! Who now? Really, Blaze? Again?
Don't mind me.
Hi, sorry about that. No need to be alarmed, this is what I wanted. After observing your movement patterns, I positioned myself so that we would make physical contact, thus initiating conversation. It appears my estimations were accurate. This voice, it's... Oh, hello! What the hell? Are you like a gender swap Keebo? Slowly you began to take in the features of the strange figure standing before you. You're...
A robot? That is an accurate description. I am model M11, primary designation Y, sub-designation U. But please, call me Mii-Yu.
Mii-Yu!
Get along.
Oh, ultimate, She's like a Kiiruma fan child. Wow. Wow. I have precisely the same reaction myself. What a marvel of engineering.
Possibilities are
To think that
endless.
robots truly do walk among us. I've always wanted to meet a robot, and you're so adorable. This strange sensation. You are too kind. She actually has the same movements as Keebo as well. She's like Keebo and Miyu's fan child. That's amazing. She looks so good. Dare I ask you if you are male or female? Blaze. Hey, don't go getting the wrong idea. Though I am modeled to have a feminine appearance, I do not identify with either sex. You may call me he or she.
If you would allow me to interject.
However, please do not call me it. So robots really are sensitive about that. There is also no need to spare my feelings by pretending I am not a robot.
I'm glad of this outcome.
I have already made peace with that fact. There's someone who's been doing that? Scanning.
Presenting logic.
That is correct. A boy with a loud voice. He mentioned something to me about passing the quote-unquote main camp test. I am 100% certain that you are human, he added soon thereafter. Either he really is being polite or there's something seriously wrong with the test. So, Mii-Yu, do you know why you are here? Are you part of the Canada pool applying as successor to the World Empire? Scanning. Sorry, there is insufficient data to fulfill your information retrieval request. She acts more like a normal robot than Keebo does. It seems that I have nothing in my memory bank originating from before today. That's very strange. And yet here she is. This can't just be a coincidence. Affirmative. Why am I here? That I do not know. I already sense a feeling of general distrust toward me, but I assure you...
If you would allow me to interject.
I am just as uninformed as the rest of you about this situation. I have nothing to do with it. So your claims are thus. You are not a world candidate, and you are also not an accomplice in our kidnappings.
Affirmative.
That is correct. That invariably leads to more questions, and it also seems that you're unable to assert your innocence with complete certainty. That is a fair observation. All I know now is my programming. And on that matter, it is modeled after I share learning program. It is through interaction that I get the data needed to improve myself. Therefore, is there anything you wish to ask me? Something that falls outside the scope of memory? Do you have any talents? Do you have any talents? Scanning. Based on my programming, there are certain things that are within my skill set. Oh? I can cook, clean, do laundry, the usual menial tasks. But I sense that the most attention has been given to the part of my programming that focuses on logical reasoning and emotional discernment. It is clear that my creator wanted me to be able to understand how other people feel, and not to replicate emotions of my own. Over time, the programming may even help me research near-human levels of expression. Talent or no, it sounds incredibly sophisticated. I am inclined to agree. Just gazing into the code makes the gears in my head spin. If they spin too quickly, they replicate the feeling known to humans as dizziness.
Logical error detected.
Speaking of which, I need some time to sit down. I hope to see you again soon. Likewise. A robot, huh? And she's not a candidate like the rest of us are. I wonder what her purpose is. For now, though, there's no point in letting yourself be preoccupied with those thoughts. You're nearly done meeting your colleagues in leadership. Only 2 to go. Oh, hi there. That girl. Is she an acquaintance of yours?
That only makes sense.
No doubt about it. She's the one! Come again? The girl I saw at the graveyard! Ah, right. Her name! Natalia! Blaziken? Oh, hi-ho! What are you doing here? Blaziken? Makes me sound like I'm some sort of pocket monster! What are you doing sleeping on the floor? I almost didn't notice you!
I'm sorry for that.
Man! I was feeling a bit tired, so I decided to place myself under arrest, yeah? My ears, they bleed! Never underestimate the value of a good afternoon nap, especially if you don't usually take one. Variety is the spice of life. You should try it sometime. It tastes great in an omelette. Right. Blaziken, the empty-eyed look really doesn't suit you.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I know! Why don't we break the ice with a psyche of eval? A man has his back turned to you and you have a knife in your hand. Would you stab him?
What was that supposed to mean?
What kind of question is that? Of course I wouldn't! Sigmund? I think I'll let you take this one, Blaze.
Thank you.
I'm interested to know the results too.
Daijoubu.
Well, daijoubu. Well, that was easy peasy, wasn't it? Now, how about if the man had just finished robbing your house? My answer is the same. I drop the knife and walk away.
That's new.
Interesting, but why? Because it wouldn't be right, and I trust the law enforcement family to catch the culprit later. You do? And Natalia, we've met before, haven't we? At a graveyard. A memorial to mourn the victims from the last killing game. It was a short meeting, but most impressions are formed within minutes, if not seconds, of meeting someone. And I distinctly remember thinking I could trust you. Well, you're one heck of a thinker, alright? That little monologue of yours could have given Sigmund a run for his money. Something about light existence, and that little friend of yours. I'm sorry to the both of you. Most of us weren't lucky enough to have a loved one survive that killing game.
How illogical.
Why apologize for something you bear no responsibility for? True enough. And Blaze, is your memory still hazy? How do you figure?
I will rehabilitate you.
You forgot to call me Natchan like you promised. That doesn't sound like something I'd promise. Then you clearly don't know yourself well enough. Natalia, allow me to clarify something. Were you really sleeping from the time we dispersed earlier? Huh, it was a deliberate choice for someone who didn't wish to be disturbed. I'm still trying to figure out what her talent is. Ultimate... Not journalist, we've already had that. I don't know. Huh, it was a deliberate choice for someone who didn't wish to be disturbed.
Leave it to me.
Did you know you can trick the human mind into piercing a person but not their identity if you position yourself in a certain way? So that's why. I see. Am I missing something here?
That only makes sense.
Besides, being short must have helped quite a bit. I don't know. Oh crap, slip of the tongue. That's your first strike, Blaze. 3 strikes and you're out. She's actually angry. Anyway, what brings you here, Blazy?
That's new.
This hardly seems like the sort of place you'd go in your spare time. Long story short, I was kidnapped shortly after leaving the memorial by a bunch of men en masse.
Okay.
Speaking from experience, that sounds painful. Experience? That's all I know for now, though. Huh? Blaze appears to be suffering from some traumatic memory loss. I see. Well, it could have been worse. Well, it could be worse. At least I didn't have my memories taken from me. Ah, so you're an optimist. I just knew it from the moment you offered your help to me. The world needs more people like you. Oh, it was probably, nothing. I hate to break it to you, but the mere fact that you are regaining some of your memories does little to dispel the possibility of a more sinister form of memory loss. Come again? Ah, but the results are as yet inconclusive, of course. So you say you were kidnapped? And you too, Sigmund? Unfortunately so. These facts don't seem to deviate too strongly from the experience of everyone else here.
Let's investigate.
It appears we were all kidnapped with some contextual variations in the methodology. Oh? For instance... Wait, it might be easier if I recreate the scene. What are you... Oh! Okay. Hello. Excuse me, sir, but what seems to be the problem? Sir, you were driving over the speed limit, 100 kilometers an hour over to be precise. Intoxicated, perhaps? Please blow into this breathalyzer. Sir, please do not be offended that I use kilometers instead of miles. Everyone knows that kilometers are the superior unit of measurement. Sir?
What now?
So what happened next?
Jeez.
Oh, he blew alright. The back of my head, that is. Okay, wait, that came out wrong.
What would Freud say?
Or it was a Freudian slip. I played the 5th. And... yeah, that about does it. Wait, so they got you to... they got you to come to them by speeding? Yep. It's like no one can take a joke anymore. Knocking a young lady out because of superior taste in measurement units.
Jeez.
Is that what they teach you at kidnapping school nowadays? They're probably going to knock you out anyway. Blazy, I know how much force you need to knock someone out.
That's new.
That was more than excessive. Okay, point taken. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that he didn't say a word and then was knocked unconscious from behind. So she was silent because she was trying to reenact her own unconsciousness. The music was also massively inappropriate.
Nani?
Music? What music? Nothing. Thankfully, they knocked me unconscious while I was still grinning.
I will rehabilitate you.
I hope it gave them nightmares.
See.
There are 2 very interesting details about your story just then. Only 2? 2 main ones. Oh, do tell.
Leave it to me.
I love hearing Sugoi observations. First of all, there must have been at least 2 kidnappers. Sugoi observations? Hi! It would have been impossible to strike the back of my head if they were right in front of me, Nyan. I really shouldn't have tried so hard to make that play on words. Again, I don't think you were knocked out because of your jokes. Well, only because of your jokes anyway. And also, the kidnappers are clearly confident that we won't be able to escape from wherever they've taken us.
Listen closely, everyone.
You were holding proof of it earlier. The nightstick. They didn't take it from you while you were unconscious. That shows a high degree of confidence.
That's new.
That's quite the analytical mind you had there, Blaziken. Now I'm a Blaze? I'm equally impressed.
Thinking.
I can see how such information possessing capabilities would be useful for a teacher. Hi! That glowing brain is sure to come in handy. I don't think my brain is all that amazing. And it's always let me down wherever I needed it. The human mind works in mysterious ways. For now, the similarities don't just end with us all getting kidnapped. As you may know, we're all members of the 5th batch of applicants. Well, almost all of us. But not Mii-Yu? Correct. Out of our entire motley crew, she's the sole anomaly. Interesting. So including Mii-Yu, the kidnappers managed to capture the entire 50th batch and gather them all together in one place? That's honestly incredible, if not insane. But why? What could their purpose for this? Just thinking of the resources would take up making my head spin. Shut up, bike! Friggin' bike out the window. Why is it that whenever I try and record these things, a friggin' bike comes along? Hello? Yes. I take it from your response that you too are a member of the 50th batch.
Never give up.
Not that I'm surprised. Any old baka can see this. Can they, though?
As logic
I already got him
dictates.
caught up to speed with this. As I was saying earlier, the addition of Blaze means that everyone from our batch is accounted for. All 16 of us Ultimates. How would something like this even be possible? The sheer logistics would be insane. Now for the next observation. Each of us is closely related to one of the participants in the original Killing Game. Namely, the Ultimate formerly in control of the Great House that we each applied for. Which would provide the appearance of nepotism. But for the stringent anti-corruption measures imposed by the system... Hi! An incredible coincidence, or perhaps a sign of something bigger. Who knows?
Leave it to me.
I even took the liberty of doing some Sugoi cross-referencing between the other 49 batches before we got here. None of them had a full 16 candidates with pre-existing relationships.
Jeez.
Of course, I'd have already known about our batch's difference if we were actually permitted to research members of our own batch.
Where's the logic in this?
Where's the logic in this? What an unduly restrictive rule. Sugoi cross-referencing? But enough of all this seriousness. It's polluting the air more powerfully than even the scent of bitter gourd. You don't like bitter gourd? Nope, especially when it's Senpai that's preparing it, the silly baka.
Leave it to me.
Now please allow me the pleasure of formally introducing myself, citizen. But I already know you. Oh, I don't think you do. Anyway.
My name is Natalia, little sister to the ultimate detective.
Oh, so she's not the ultimate detective. She's something else.
But I'm better known as the ultimate warden.
Ultimate Warden! Natalia, Ultimate Warden. Wait, you're the Ultimate Warden? As in head officer of a prison?
Huh?
Well, what did you expect me to be? The Ultimate Moe-kun, Weeb, Kawaii Desu? Is it bad if I say yes to all 3? I'm thinking out loud again. Don't be stupid. What sort of abilities would those be? The talent system is already flawed enough as it is. Huh?
Sheesh.
Besides, the baton should have made it obvious, you baka. I didn't think maybe you were a, maybe you were like a security guard or something. You could have been, cosplaying? You know I still have my handcuffs with me, right?
Yeah.
Point taken.
That was a mistake.
You don't think I have the right figure or temperament to be a warden, do you? As the warden, the well-being and rehabilitation of my inmates are my main concerns. Despite what popular culture might tell you, you don't rehabilitate by walking around looking intimidating.
Leave it to me.
Therapy is far more effective, so I encourage my prisoners to think of me as a friend of sorts. As a result, I'm proud to declare that the recidivism rates among my prisoners are lowest in the world. Whoops, I dropped my phone. I know I should be proud of this, yet as a warden, it pains me to see so many countries persist with ineffective crime prevention strategies. The general public are vengeful beasts, Blazy, and they are great in number. When I listen to her speak, it almost becomes infinitely harder to doubt her resolve. Her presence right now is nothing short of overpowering. You're incredible.
Don't say that.
You can't just... How about you? What's your talent? Ships are already sailing. Ultimate psychiatrist? The ultimate wearer of thick clothing in summer? Hey! I make joke. Yes, how rude of me not to introduce myself too. I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. The ultimate puzzler was my pupil. Child prodigy and classroom extraordinaire. A considerable majority of students routinely find themselves catapulting into the upper echelons of society. You'd be amazed at the sort of stuff the great family of law enforcement keeps on file. Not just a great family of law enforcement, mind you.
I'm sorry for that.
God man, I just wanted to say that. I was actually quoting some newspaper articles about you. Hey, Blazy, don't let your puzzler friend down. He might have been a great family head, but he clearly looked up to you. So make sure that you not only succeed him,
Never give up.
but you also do him proud. That's something I can get behind. That's the spirit. Speaking Canada to Canada, I hope we can also get along. You'll do your best to take over Puzzlerkin's great family, and I'll grab the mantle from my useless Oni-chan. Seriously, when he's not supervising the transfer of power, he just sits around all day. How could anyone live like that? It's worse than being a prisoner. Anyway, sorry to keep you both. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've got a school to investigate. Sayonara, Blazer-kun, Sigmund-kun. Bye, Natalia. Well, that was interesting. Natalia, the ultimate warden. Not to mention the odds of us bumping into each other on the way here.
How enlightening.
A heartwarming reunion for the ages. Yet one can't help but feel there is more to her than meets the
That
eye.
only makes sense.
Well, if she's hiding something, I'm sure there's a good reason for it. She doesn't seem like the type of person to do anything without a clear purpose. You should be careful with that line of thinking, Blaze. While it is correct that most impressions take mere seconds to form, the trustworthiness of those impressions is another matter entirely, especially given our circumstances. For now, there is but one more person left to find.
As logic dictates.
Let us make haste. Grace, I almost didn't see you there. It's like you were hiding. Shh, quiet down, will you? Oh. Sorry about that, Grace. Virginia? She turned around. Yes? Thanks for the assist. That's good to you. Try not to have too much fun. Forgot what voice I gave her already. She bounced away, hands tucked behind her head. Grace, was it? Nice to meet you. I'm Blaze, the ultimate teacher. You can come out now. We know you're in there. Oh, Jesus. It glitched a little bit there. We know you're in there. Damn it. You both watched as the girl slowly crawled out of the vent where she'd been hiding, tucked away in a corner of the gym. Her voice, it definitely has a strange lyrical quality to it. Ooh, hello. You are both very observant, aren't you? You're both very observant, aren't you? I don't know what to do with her. You're both... no, that's not gonna work. You're both very observant, aren't you?
Are my parents here?
Are my parents here? Okay, we'll go with that. It reminds me of my parents. A shudder ran across her whole body as she said that word. Why?
On?
What's wrong with your parents? I'm amazed her dress is spotless after staying in the vent for that long. What's wrong? More like...
I shall take you on.
What isn't wrong? Every day I lived with them was a struggle against the machine gods themselves. Alright, I'm predicting ultimate singer for this one. I know I said singer earlier, but like, I'm thinking this one's probably going to be a singer. We fought many fierce battles, waged many wars, all while I was locked away in a room without food and water. And the only way to escape?
I will not
Hack the RSA encoded lock without the private key. What? My parents didn't understand that programming was my true calling. I used to argue constantly with them about it. Sometimes I'd be a bit rough in what I say and get sent to bed without my supper. Her eyes lit up.
Gracefully.
Ooh. But I would always find a way to get fed. The lock to my room was programmed shut. With programming, there was always a way. A certain pianist taught me that a long time ago. If process of elimination wasn't already enough. About that, what is your connection to the ultimate pianist exactly? Oh, so they had an ultimate pianist too. That's an easy one. We met on Tinderbox, the app which matches you with complete strangers for a friendly chat. One thing led to another and we ended up agreeing to mentor each other.
Interesting.
Ah, mentorship. Certainly one of the more underrated mutual arrangements.
I agree.
I agree. I know, right? To think we live right down the street from each other. He taught me all he knew about programming and the piano. And in exchange, I helped him perfect his ice skating technique.
Gracefully.
He's well on his way to becoming a famous singer like me. What did she say? Ice skating technique. He's well on his way to becoming a world famous singer like me. I can feel it. So she's both? Like, I mean, I got it right. I was thinking she might be ultimate ice skater too, but like, she's both? What? He's well on his way to becoming a world famous singer like me. I can feel it. That's one heck of a street the pianist lives on.
See.
Ah, so you're the ultimate singer? Or a skater? Ding ding ding!
Yes, you were correct the first time. The person standing before you is the one and only Grace, the ultimate singer with the god's voice.
So I got it right, finally! I got one of these right! Except Ultimate Lawyer, but that one was kind of obvious. Grace, ultimate singer! Yay. How impressive. A skater and a singer in one.
The god's voice disagrees.
Oh, it's not as magnificent as it sounds. One day I just happened to try skating and singing at the same time, and it's been my go-to ever since. It's really not that difficult, but adds a lot to the production values. That sounds wonderful. You're clearly very talented. This is so overwhelming. I made it to the end, and still You look unwell. Here, try this for size.
Do it together.
It's a breathing routine I always fall back on when I'm feeling stressed. Why does that keep scrolling? I'm not pressing the scroll wheel. You take a breather with grace. And somehow feel significantly better. Amazing.
Brilliant contribution.
Thank you so much, Grace. Not a problem. We'll be working together now, you and I.
In the name of a better
Neither
future.
of us will want to benefit if you were to die prematurely from stress. And I can tell you're a good person. You really should take better care of him, Sigmund. I see you. Somehow called my name.
Just like a creative.
I'm sure Blaze is more than capable of taking care of himself.
I can't accept
Sigmund,
this.
that's a very unhelpful mindset. Like my parents when they found out about my god's voice. By being its holder, my dreams of programming success were basically dead in the water. More cursed than blessing. Ugh, I knew I should have resisted the urge to sing in the shower. But thanks to that discovery, you now seem to be a rather enviable position.
It's the truth, though.
Sometimes it's not just about ourselves, so that's two people here who don't seem to like their talents. There was also, I forgot his name, but, the doctor dude from the last, from the 2 episodes ago who wanted to, work at McDonald's, or McDonald's, I guess, and her. Sometimes it's not just about ourselves. The system affects the entire world. I know I should feel grateful, but not everyone is like me. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be such a downer. Grace, no matter what your doubts are about the system, don't ever undervalue yourself or your talent. They're part of who you are. Given that you are already the ultimate singer, dare I say why you're so fascinated with programming? I mean, singing is great and all, but programming is where it's really at. Finding practical and convenient solutions to difficult problems. Nothing can beat the feeling you get when your fingers run across a keyboard inputting line after line of code. I tried telling that to my parents over and over, but they wouldn't listen. Focus on what you're good at. Your voice is all that you need. Stop playing video games or I'll unplug the router. Where did the last one come from? But, I assume you don't live with your parents anymore. Doesn't that mean there's nothing stopping you from doing some programming on the side now? But there's also... You know what? Screw this. When we get out, I'll reorganize my routine so I end up singing, ice skating, and programming at the same time. There's no way she could mean that literally.
Such a wonderful person.
Okay, you have my attention.
I don't know if you want to take advantage of it, it's up to you at the end of the day, but they've just taken the cover of the pool and got into it. It's like a heated pool. It's I don't know why it's different from yesterday, but they've got into it and the pool is literally like heated water.
It's like a hot tub. Alright, well, I'll come down when I finish the
If
biz.
you want to take advantage of it, you need to do it soon. Because
Yeah, I know, but I'm in the middle of something. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, you have my attention. If there's anything you'd like to ask, please go for it. Well... Why were you hiding? Why were you hiding when we first met?
Thinking.
Speak as though it was a long time ago. Why? Well, what if...
Are my parents here?
My parents are kidnappers!
What was that supposed to mean?
You can't be serious. Picture this! Humiliated and defeated by their daughter in the last great programming war, they decided to strike back from the shadows when she least expects it. Bam! That's it! No more internet for you, or taking you someplace far. I wouldn't put it past them. But why was your parents need to kidnap the rest of us? This is war, Blaze. A little bit of collateral damage is unavoidable. This goes beyond what you call just a little bit of collateral. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Boo! Now that you've finished introducing yourselves, it's time to reveal the most important character! Ah, it's them! Tell me when it's safe to come back out! We watched as she ran back into the vent. But that voice, that sickly sweet voice, it couldn't be. Hey! Monokuma's here! Alright, so I'm gonna end the video here. We've gone on for an hour now. So I think now would be a great opportunity to stop and next time we'll get into our introduction to Monokuma. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. This one ended up being a long one. This is one of my longest videos yet. And I will see you all in the next one. See ya!